Ladies and gents, welcome back to FC Show and Predictz. Today we're going to be predicting Premier League Game Week 10, but boy, Game Week 9 was full of surprises. Chelsea losing at home, Liverpool losing, even Manchester City losing. It's like every big team pressed the self-destruct button at the same time. And guess what? In the top 5 now we have Bournemouth, Sunderland and Spurs. What is going on? And to be honest, I'm loving this competition. Like, we want new faces in the top 5 fighting for the title to keep us entertained, so no complaints there. And another important milestone is we hit 3,000 subs. Thanks to every single subscriber and viewer and who support the channel. Let's keep this train rolling to 10,000. We're building something special here and I want everyone to be part of it. And just a quick reminder, we're not here for safe 1.30 odds. That's boring. We go for 1.70 and above. We might not hit 10 out of 10 every week, but when we do, oh, it feels sweet. And most importantly, we're doing it consistently, hitting majority of our tips and predictions. So now let's take a quick look at our Game Week 9 results and see how good I bet with it. So as you can see, the first match, Newcastle were hosting Fulham. Our tip was both teams to score with the odds of 1.83, juicy odds. We hit that and we predicted the correct score that Newcastle are gonna win 2-1. So we hit both of them there, the tip and the correct score, and obviously the correct winner included there. Pick and choose whichever you want. And the following one, Manchester United were hosting Brighton. That was our green tip. United to score over 1.5 goals, meaning 2 or more goals by Manchester United with the juicy odds of 1.77. We hit that one. And the actual result was 4-2 for Manchester United. Our predicted score was 2-0. So 2 goal differences right there. And we predicted the correct winner for that game, United to win with the odds of 2.0, juicy one. The following one, Leeds were hosting West Ham. Our tip was Leeds double chance combined was over 1.5 goals with the odds of 1.74. And we hit that tip as well. The actual result was 2-1 for Leeds. And the following one, Arsenal were hosting Crystal Palace. Our tip was Arsenal to win combined was under 4.5 goals with the odds of 1.75. We hit that tip. The actual result was 1-0 and our predicted score was 1-0 as well. So we hit the tip plus the correct score and the correct winner. The following match, Bournemouth were hosting Nottingham Forest. Our tip was Bournemouth to score over 1.5 goals with the odds of 1.75. Another of our green box tips which we hit. The actual result was 2-0 for Bournemouth, and our Week 9 Aka of the Week was in the comment section to the left. That was United to score over 1.5 goals combined with Bournemouth to score over 1.5 goals. Total odds were there 3.10, so we hit our Aka of the Week. Good job there, whoever took a look at that. And the following match, Wolves were hosting Burnley. Our tip was both teams to score with juicy odds of 2.0, another green box tip. And the actual result was 2-3. That was a goal fest, so we hit that tip. And the following match, we only hit half of the tip. Brentford were hosting Liverpool. Our tip was both teams to score combined with Brentford to score under 2.5 goals with the odds of 1.85. So we hit the first portion of that. The actual result was 3-2 for Brentford. We hit both teams to score was 1.55, but Brentford had to score the third one. So that was surprising actually, because our predicted score was 2-2 draw, but Brentford really surprised me personally to score the third one and destroyed our tip and the correct score there. So yeah, that was a surprising loss from Liverpool. I mean, they're on a losing streak anyway. And the following 3 matches we missed. Everton were hosting Spurs. We had both teams to score, but the result was 0-3. Everton actually scored a goal, but it was ruled out. So yeah, we missed that tip. The following match, Aston Villa were hosting Manchester City. Our tip was both teams to score combined was under 5.5 goals. The actual result was 1-0 for Aston Villa, so we missed that one. And the following match, Chelsea were hosting Sunderland. Our tip was Chelsea to score over 1.5 goals, Sunderland to score under 1.5 goals. It went the opposite way because our score prediction was 2-1 for Chelsea, but it was 2-1 for Sunderland. What a shocking win from Sunderland, very impressive. So yeah, that was our Game Week 9 results. Let's dive into Game Week 10 and try to do better than that. Let's go. First match of the week, Brighton will be hosting Leeds 13th against the 15th. Brighton visited Old Trafford last week and just like we predicted lost the game. They tried to pull off a comeback in the second half after being 3-0 down, made it 3-2 in the 92nd minute, But Mbeumo said, nah, not today, and scored the fourth one to seal the win for Manchester United, 4-2. And Leeds, from the other hand, hosted West Ham and basically finished the job in the first half, up 2-0 by halftime. West Ham tried a late comeback, scored in the 90th minute, but yeah, too late. 2-1 for Leeds. But here's the fun fact though, Brighton are so far unbeaten at home this season, with 2 wins and 2 draws. And that's against teams like Manchester City, Newcastle, so you know they mean business at Amex. And as for Leeds, no offense Leeds fans, but your team just doesn't travel well. Only 1 win and 3 losses away from home. Let's just say they just prefer to sleep in their own beds. And the fun fact is, the last time Leeds visited the Amex, the game ended 1-0 for the home team Brighton. And if history repeats itself again, then Leeds might be heading home empty-handed again. When it comes to my score prediction, 2-0 for Brighton. And my tip is, it can be simple, Brighton to win with the odds of 1.80. Or if you want something a little bit different, then Brighton to score over 1.5 goals, meaning 2 or more goals by Brighton, odds 1.78. On to the next one. Burnley will be hosting Arsenal, 16th against the first. Burnley went toe-to-toe against Wolves last week and it was absolute chaos. They went 2-0 up, Wolves said hold my pin, scored 2 back, and it was 2-2 before halftime. And it literally looked like it was heading for a draw until Burnley said plot twist, scored in the 95th minute, 5th added minute, and stole it 3-2. That's now 2 wins in a row for Burnley, and I don't know what's in their water, but it is working. Arsenal, on the other hand, did what Arsenal do, dominated, passed the ball 500 times, and beat Crystal Palace 1-0, just like we predicted. Classic Arsenal. And the fun fact in that game was the only goal came from Eberechi Eze. Now another fun fact here is the last time Burnley visited Arsenal, it ended 5-0 for the Gunners. Basically it was less of a football and more like a shooting practice. And right now, oh boy, Arsenal are flying. 9 wins and 1 draw in their last 10. And as a matter of fact, I'm not an Arsenal fan. I support this team right there. So yeah, I'm neutral about Premier League teams, most of them. So yeah, if you see me wearing City, Liverpool or Arsenal hats or jerseys, don't think that I support that specific team. I just wear random ones just to, you know, keep it looking fresh. And I do know it's too early to talk about the league winners and like predicting this, but if they keep this up, we might need to start polishing the Premier League trophy for them. But hey, it's only October, so I get it. My score prediction for this match is 0-2 for Arsenal. It was super tough to pick anything in this game above 1.70, so I had to combine 3 of them there. Arsenal to win, combined was over 1.5 goals, combined was under 5.5 goals, meaning 5 or less goals in the game, adds 1.72. On to the next one. Crystal Palace will be hosting Brentford, 10th against the 11th. I do not know what Everton did to Crystal Palace, but ever since that defeat, Palace just forgot how to win. They lost at home in the Conference League against Ajax, then lost 1-0 to Arsenal. At this point, even their mascot looks tired of clapping. Brentford though, complete opposite story. They just beat Liverpool 3-2, and what a wild game that was. They were 2-0 up, Liverpool said wait, we're not done, and made it 2-1. And then Igor Thiago said yes, you are, with a 3rd goal. And Salah after that tried to play hero again in the 89th minute to make it 3-2, but Brentford said no comeback today. Absolute goal fest, absolute chaos, just how we like it. 3-2 for Brentford. And here's the funny coincidence. Palace play Liverpool again in the EFL Cup before this match. At this point, I feel like England is trying to turn this into their own El Clasico, just with fewer trophies and more VAR checks. The last time Brentford visited Palace back in January, it ended 2-1 for Brentford. History might repeat itself again, but unless Palace suddenly remember how to play football again. My score prediction for this match is 2-1 for Crystal Palace, and my tip is both teams to score, odds 1.72, and that would be my green box tip. On to the next one, Fulham will be hosting Wolves 17th against the 20th. Fulham visited Newcastle in their last outing and honestly, they gave it a good fight, lost the first half 1-0, then Sasa Lukic said not today and equalized early in the second half. But of course, in classic Newcastle fashion, Bruno Guimaraes decided to ruin Fulham's day in the 90th minute. Now when it comes to Wolves, I don't even know what to say anymore. In their last outing, they hosted Burnley, had the game in their hands, and still managed to lose 3-2 by conceding in the 5th added minute. Wolves fans must feel like every match ends with a heartbreak, just like this one. But the fun fact is, the last time Wolves visited Craven Cottage, they absolutely cooked Fulham 4-1. But based on how both teams are playing right now, this game could go either way or end with another Wolves self-destruction special. My score prediction for this match is 2-1 for Fulham. And the simple tip here would be Fulham to win with the odds of 1.84. But if you want something better, then Fulham to score over 1.5 goals, odds 1.95. On to the next one. Nottingham Forest will be hosting Manchester United 18th against the 6. Forest beat Porto 2-0 in the Europa League, solid win, but then came back to the Premier League and said let's go back to being us and lost to Bournemouth 2-0. Classic Forest lately, one week they're European giants, next week they forget how to pass the ball. And United from the other hand hosted Brighton, showed up like a proper team. They destroyed Brighton 4-2 at home. Cunha opened the scoring, Casemiro made it 2-0 and Mbeumo decided to join the party with a brace. We backed United and they did not disappoint. Now here's the fun part, last season these two teams met twice and in both games, Forest won. First 3-2 away and then 1-0 at home. But let's be honest, this Manchester United looked like a complete different beast, winning 5 of their last 7. So it's tough to face Manchester United for any team right now. So if Forest want points here, they need to be that European version of themselves again, not the Premier League one. My score prediction for this match is 0-3 for Manchester United, and my tip is United double chance combined with over 1.5 goals, meaning 2 or more goals, odds 1.70, and that will be my green box tip. And if you want something riskier but better odds, then United to score over 1.5 goals, meaning 2 or more goals by United, odds 1.90. On to the next one. Tottenham will be hosting Chelsea, 3rd against the 9th. What a game this is gonna be. I'm so glad to see the Premier League table right now. We have so many new faces in the top 5. Bournemouth and Sunderland up there like it's 2014 again. I love it. And Spurs, oh boy, they shocked me. I actually had to replay the score twice. They faced Everton and said, let's make this quick, 3-0 away win, no drama, no stress, just clean business. That's a statement win if I've ever seen one. Chelsea fans, look away please. They were leading 1-0 against Sunderland at Stamford Bridge, feeling all comfortable, and then boom, Sunderland turned into peak Barcelona in added time and scored the winner in the 93rd minute. Shocker for Chelsea and the Blues fans. But here's the fun part though, Spurs are horrible at home and Chelsea are amazing away. When it comes to my score prediction, 1-2 for Chelsea. I'm sorry Spurs fans. And my tip is both teams to score combined with Chelsea double chance, odds 1.95. On to the next one, another amazing game. Liverpool will be hosting Aston Villa, 7th against the 8th. I honestly don't know what Crystal Palace did to Liverpool. Ever since Palace beat the Reds 2-1, Liverpool have completely fallen apart. 5 losses in their last 6 games in all competitions. That's not a slump anymore, that's a full-on meltdown. And the funny part is, right before this game, Liverpool faces Crystal Palace in the EFL Cup again. So this could finally be their reverse the curse moment, or Palace might just double down and make it worse for Liverpool. Either way, it's drama guaranteed. Now Aston Villa, what a story. They just beat Manchester City 1-0 and the hero of the night was Matty Cash. This guy is scoring against champions now and Villa are on a 4-winning streak. The last time Villa visited Anfield, Liverpool handled business 2-0 for the Reds. But this time it's a little different though. Liverpool are leaking goals, Villa are flying. and the Curse of Palace still haunts Slot's dreams. My score prediction for this match is 2-2 draw, and my tip is both teams to score combined with over 2.5 goals at 1.85. On to the next one. West Ham will be hosting Newcastle, 19s against the 12th. West Ham visited Leeds and surprise surprise lost 2-1 just like we predicted. Something is seriously not clicking in that team. They've got the talent, but watching them right now feels like watching a phone with 2% battery. Looks fine for a second, then just dies. Newcastle on the other hand took care of business against Fulham at home, 2-1 win. To my surprise, Baltimore didn't score that day, maybe he just decided to take a day off. Instead, Jacob Murphy and Bruno Guimaraes handled it. Now West Ham also, I don't even know what to say anymore. So many great players, but somehow nothing works. The fans are losing patience, demanding new stadiums, new ownership, maybe even new luck. Tough times in East London right now. The last time Newcastle visited West Ham, they took care of business, 1-0 win, and they'll try to repeat that again. But here's the twist, Newcastle haven't won a single game this season so far, nothing. So either West Ham break their bad run, or maybe Newcastle finally remember that they're allowed to win outside of St. James Park. Either way, something is gonna give. My score prediction for this match is 0-2 for Newcastle, and my tip is Newcastle double chance combined with under 3.5 goals at 1.74, and this was a tough one also to get any good odds, so I'm not too sure about this one, but yeah, that's the one that I picked. On to the next one, another game of the week. Manchester City will be hosting Bournemouth, 5th against the 2nd. Now this is one of the games I'm looking forward to. Let's see how City handle business against the new title contenders sitting in the 2nd place. As I mentioned earlier, City lost their away game to Aston Villa 1-0, and honestly they didn't even look like City. It was like watching imposters wearing blue shirts. And Bournemouth from the other hand defeated Forest 2-0 at home, calm, confident, and making it look too easy. The last time Bournemouth visited the Etihad, things got spicy, 2 red cards, Kovacic for City, and Lewis Cook, Bournemouth's captain. It ended 3-1 for City, but the main highlight was basically the anger management seminar both teams needed after. And just a little fun fact, in the last 10 head-to-heads between these two, City have 9 wins while Bournemouth have 1. So mathematically, Bournemouth fans may keep their hopes low, but their current form gives some serious hope in this one. My score prediction, 3-1 for Manchester City, and my tip is City double chance combined with both teams to score odds 1.92. And the last game of the week, Sunderland will be hosting Everton, 4th against the 4th team. Wait, what just happened at Stamford Bridge? Sunderland? Yes, Sunderland pulled off a comeback so wild it's basically illegal in 3 countries now. Down 1-0, clock is ticking, and then boom, Delby scores in the 3rd added minute to make it 2-1. The guy deserves a statue, or at least a lifetime supply of ice cream. I mean, look at Sunderland this season. Terrific football. Fans are probably hugging random strangers on the streets. And if you're an away fan, sorry, your tears are delicious. Meanwhile, Everton, oh boy, lost at home to Spurs 3-0. I personally did not see that coming. The last time Everton visited Sunderland, it was a 3-0 spanking for Everton. But this Sunderland, different kind of animal, ferocious, mythical, like a cat. My score prediction for this match is 2-1 for Sunderland, and my tip is Sunderland double chance combined with Sunderland to score over 0.5 goals, meaning 1 or more goals by Sunderland, odds 1.74, and this is my green box tip. But if you want something a little better, then Sunderland to score over 1.5 goals, meaning 2 or more goals by Sunderland, odds 2.90. And that is all, guys. That was our EPL Game Week 10 predictions and tips. Leave your comments and predictions in the comment section. Stay active, support the channel, subscribe so you're not going to miss our next releases, and bye for now.